dear students, hearty welcome to my channel and a very good morning to you all. So in today's class we are just going to continue from where we had left off last time. That is, we are dealing with the revision session for Python interface with MySQL, and today we are going to see some more application based questions, that is HOTS. So we'll start with the first question. Write code to connect to a MySQL database, namely school. I'm going to just highlight those parts over here. Database, namely school, and then fetch all those records from the table student where grade is A. So we got the required items from our question. Now we will write the program. So write a code. So I am not going to write everything. I will start with defining a function. So this would be fetch grade A. And here I will start with creating a connection object. So I am already assuming that MySQL.connector package is already imported. So please write the import statement over here. Okay, that's left as an exercise for you people. Dot connect. And over here you can take the various things, that is host, user, password. Suppose password is 1234 and the database name. So the name of the database over here is school. So this is the name of the database over here, and now we will start. So we will first start with creating a cursor. So here we are, we will create a cursor. You can test the connection over here. That's again an exercise for you people, so you can do that on your own. So we'll create the cursor. So let's create the cursor as a student. Con.cursor. And now we need to fetch all those records where grade is A. So we'll create the SQL over here. From student table where grade is equal to, either you can write it this way because already the value has been provided in the question. So this is also correct. If you don't want to do it this way, you can also do it using the traditional method. %s, close the double quotes and provide the parameter over here, that is A. And if you don't want it this way, you can also create a tuple, that is grade. Provided the value A, you have to make sure it is within parentheses just to specify that it is a tuple, and you can pass this tuple to the database. How? Again, we will be using student cursor dot execute SQL comma grade. And if you use the new method, then it would be even simpler. Dot format A. And you don't need to provide any tuple and you don't need to provide grade. Okay, so this is how you can fetch the records from the table. So I am just going to shift this statement over here. Dot execute SQL, and finally we have to extract the cursor values into a result set. So let's try to do that. Okay, so we'll be having student set is equals to student cursor dot fetch all. And you can also set the number of records student cursor dot row count. This will give you the number of records, and for record in student set, which is a list of list, print record. So this way we can solve this question. Now coming to the second question. Python program to obtain search criteria from user. Now in this question we will be obtaining search criteria from the user and fetch records based on that from the EMPL table. So name of the database you can set it as company DB, employee DB, whatever you want, because here the name of the database is not mentioned, hence we will take a user defined name for that. And now we have to obtain the search criteria from the user. So suppose the employee table consists of a few records based on the following fields. So I am going to write those fields over here. Suppose those fields are, we have an employee table and we have mcode, ename, department, designation and salary. So you can see that you have all these fields. Now in these fields, suppose mcode is of this form, E101, so these are the values, and so you can make out that mcode, ename, dept and desi, these four are of string type, whereas there is only one numeric field, that is salary. So we have to keep this in mind when we are working. So how we are going to do this? We will be providing the user a menu. Within this menu, we will be providing the user all the options, that is mcode, that is user can search using mcode, using ename, using department, using designation, using salary. So user will be entering a choice. If the choice is any one of these, that is 1 to 4, that means we will have to use this or this. That is, we have to include this parameter within single quotes, and if it is salary, that is option 5, then it will be simply a pair of braces and simply a %s. So we have to only keep this thing in mind. Now we will start with the program. We start with import MySQL.connector. dot connect host is localhost, user is root, password is 1234 and database name is, I am naming the database as company DB. So we have done this. Now you can easily check the connection that's left to you. You can do this on your own. Simply you have to use the isConnected function. Now we have to first provide the user with the list. So now what we are going to do is, because it's a menu driven program, so we will try to do it within a loop. So while true, print menu so the first option is mcode, second is ename, third is department, designation, and salary. So this is how we can provide, and we can ask from the user instead of asking for, okay fine, I'll take choice only. Enter your choice. So we will write choice equals int input enter your choice, and after this we will write if choice is equal to 1, then field will be mcode. So whatever is given in your whatever field name you have in your table, that is, if your table contains mcode like this, so you have to set field as this mcode. If your table contains mcode like this, then your field variable should also point to this mcode. Field encode, and we will ask for value. So value would be, you will take eval function because we don't know what value the user is going to give, or because it is mcode we can simply take it as input. So we can do one thing, that instead of okay, wait a sec. Yes, we'll do one thing. We'll first complete this. Elif choice is equals to 2, then field is ename. Elif choice is equals to 3, then field is equal to DEPT. Elif choice is equal to 4, field is equal to desig. Elif choice is equal to 5, then field is equal to what? Salary, and else it will be a break. Now one more if statement over here. If choice is any one of these four, that is mcode, ename, dept or desic, that means the input which we will be asking from the user, that will be simple text value. So I am going to take value equals input enter value for, and here I can write field. So whatever field it is, if user enters desic, then enter value for desic. If user enters dept, enter value for dept. So I'm giving you some time. Please take a screenshot of this. Okay, so now I'll continue. So we'll have it this way, enter a value. Now I'm going to rub everything on this side. If choice then value equals input enter data for field, whatever is field. Else I can write value equals int enter int or float or eval, whichever you want, enter value for field. Or instead of taking this, you can simply take value equals eval input enter value for field. So whatever value the user enters, this eval function is going to interpret its data type and it is going to assign that value itself to value, but here I have tried to keep it a little bit specific. Okay, so our field has been read from the user and our value has also been read from the user. Now over here I need to provide the value. So now if the value is numeric, that means it will be taken as, if the value is numeric, then value has to be sent as it is, and if the value is a string, then you have to include it within single quotes. So how to do that? The format string has to be included within single quotes. So again for this also we will write so you could have easily done that over here. You can easily whatever I am going to write here, you can include it within this if statement also, right? We don't need to provide this if statement over here. You can simply use the eval function and you can ask for the value of the field from the user, right? From ELPL where field name is equal to, now because it is a string type data, so we will be including this within pair of single quotes, and you can provide the tuple value over here. The first format string, the first format specifier will refer to field name, so field, and the second one will refer to value. Okay, and you can simply, and if this is not the case, else you can write you can also take elif or you can also take else. SQL equals select where this will still be, the field name is still string, equal to %s and field comma value. So only difference is this part. Okay, just because of the single quotes for string type fields and no single quotes for numeric fields. So this is the only difference which will be there. And now you can execute this query. mcursor.execute SQL. Now again over here, if you are using the new method, it will be equal to format field comma value. So this is also how you can do it, and here also it will be like this. So this is how you can provide this. And then finally a result set. So m records equals mcursor dot fetch all, and then whatever we do using a loop to extract the record. So for record in m records print record. So that's it. And at the end, and if your choice is anything other than 1 to 5, then this entire loop will be exited. It will be terminated, and if not, it will be still there. Okay, so it will continue asking for values from the user, that is the search criteria from the user, and it will continue to fetch records till the user enters any other number other than 1 to 5. So that you can provide in the menu itself. Press any other number or key to exit. Okay, so this is how we have to solve the question. So with this we end today's class. We'll meet again in the next class. Thank you.